I started getting that entrepreneur spirit. And so I know exactly how it is to want your own business, but also we need to know the risks involved. My company has been in existence for 5 years. It's a fairly young company, but we've grown rapidly, and it's a bit scary. Especially when you start investing. I started my company in the closet of my bedroom. Yes, believe it or not. Took out all the clothes. I put shelves on. Obviously, I had a very supportive family, and I thank them for that. That's how I started my business. The computer. And I had the first opportunity of a consulting company, a construction company. And they stated, they met me, you know, we're just talking. And they stated, we need a consulting company. And I said, okay, I studied that. And they're like, well, you know, they're looking for an affordable way as well. And I stated, well, I can definitely give you a proposal. And I'm like, what's going to be my company name? I have no idea. And image marketing was actually my first name that I came up with. And I was very fortunate that it did become incorporated. So I was very fortunate on that. And when I remember having my first client and not making, I basically lost money on my first client. And that's because I just wanted to have them. I wanted to be able to showcase what I did, what I learned throughout college. And I had gone through my undergraduate. I went to Fordham University. And then I continued on to my graduate, which I graduated from Mellon College. I got my MBA there. So it gave me an experience of book knowledge, if we all know what that means. Book knowledge where it's not, you can only relate so much to the real world. And when you start having all the risks and opportunities, as Vera was mentioning, I was just thinking to myself, okay, I can still do it because I still have doubts. Even in 5 years, how am I going to continue my 6th year? How am I going to continue when the banks don't give you loans, when they see a woman, when they see a Hispanic female, it's even harder. It's so many challenges that we face. And I apologize because at the same time, it's like, it's a nervousness that I feel now, but it's also I'm very passionate. And that's where I believe that has led me to now my 6th year. So I did want to discuss something in regards to, I know you recommended a book, and I do want to recommend this book, Jesus as CEO. Great book. Great book. I read it before I even considered to be an entrepreneur. It's a great way even how to manage people, and it just teaches the foundations of just how to do things the right way, because in the end it will come back to you. And I've always been involved in my community. It's actually 16 years I've been involved in my church. I also do event coordination, which I never thought I was going to do for a living. So just saying that I started in the food business. I worked as a marketing manager in a food catering company. Don't want to deal with the food business anymore. It's very hard for those who do want to have restaurants. I give you all the support because it's a very hard business. And as I was doing the marketing for this company, I realized how other businesses needed marketing services but could not afford a full-time marketing consultant, a full-time marketing employee. So I decided to have image marketing. So image marketing started as a marketing consultant. I would take a company, let's say a construction industry. I started redesigning their logo, website, marketing materials, everything from scratch, basically creating a branding out of it. What I realized too, I was limited as well, because as I started doing it, I started losing money. I had to hire a graphic designer, obviously, to do all the artwork, subcontracting, and I realized, hold on, this is not making money. How am I going to run a business which is not profitable? So I started opening other divisions. I started going into the promotional products. I started going into the event planning. And what I realized, I'm not a party planner. I'm not a social event. I don't plan weddings, only my sister's, which was a horrible, no, it was a great wedding, let me just say. Don't put that on tape. She'll kill me. But social was not my forte, as they say. Corporate events I did, and I realized that it was a creative way to brand a company versus just, sending promotional items or marketing materials that people throw to the side. It was a way to kind of get people to interact, network. And I started doing this for my clients. It became so popular that they started hiring me over and over again. And right now, 5 years in business, how I've obtained my business, 100% referrals. That's all. Sad to say, I just started with my own marketing materials this year. Fascinating. I mean, it shows you to an extent, just like the hairstylist doesn't take care of their own hair, the nails don't take care of their own nails. That's what happened to my company. I abandoned. I did not even have a marketing material. They would say, oh, so where's your brochure? And I'm like, having a brochure, but yet I created so many brochures for others. So it's also about evolving and also understanding. Unfortunately, the risk at this time business has slowed down, budget cuts extremely. So I've had time to kind of dedicate to more marketing materials in a sad, good way, and also promote myself. So this is actually the first year I've been out and promoted my company. Something else, how many of you have a LinkedIn account? I think all in the room should have a LinkedIn account. LinkedIn has brought me business, as amazing as it sounds. Sometimes we are not aware of how many people we're connected to. And in times like this, even for someone looking for a new job or a new position, LinkedIn has the opportunity to kind of expand your networks. And it has been such a great tool for me. And the social, I know we've all heard about the social media marketing, and we think it's for the younger trend where they have their Facebook, their Twitter account. We obviously have to get on the bandwagon on that. It's been so critical to our business. I have my project manager here, Harry Santiago, full-time employee. It's been very hard to meet payroll sometimes, and he knows it, but I have yet to miss. I know Vera understands me very well. And it was also a risk hiring someone, because you have to now think about payroll, the taxes. And I'm like, what is this world coming to where small businesses, the incentives are really not there? I mean, unless someone can show me. And I said, what am I doing hiring someone else who has a wife, who has children? I said, I'm taking on a responsibility. I'm taking on a family. And so I even fought harder. I fought harder. Harry's will be 2 years in the business, and I've been able to expand because as there's risk. And the risk was, yes, I'm taking on a payroll, but I also have the ability to expand and do more business. So the risk and the rewards, as you were mentioning, Vera. And reinventing the company. There's also free tools in the market that we can use. Obviously, I said LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. We actually just started our own Facebook. We've done it for our clients. We didn't do it for image marketing. And what we found, it's a free portal. It's a way to get the information out there. We have several events throughout the year. As Claire stated, we actually have one upcoming, the Building Green Expo and Workshops. I call it my baby because my clients who had a company, Crescent Energy, they wanted to promote other green companies. And this event started from that. And guess who's in charge of everything? I am. And it got me involved in the green industry. So again, it's revamping, finding creative ways to do the same thing, but with a different twist. That's what I say. And I mean, the struggles, I think we already know here in the room, the budget cuts, the limited contracts sometimes. Something that happened to me just recently, this week, I got a call. I didn't win a contract, as it happens many times when you go for the city or state. And unfortunately, I just put my head forward. Never let the struggles get to me and says, oh, I didn't get the contract. No, just move along. They called me up. They want me to join forces with the other person who's with the contract. And she's delighted. She's like, Yasmin, we have to work together. We're in the same industry. And it just gives you that understanding that you can't get down. There is going to be times where, trust me, I feel like going into Monster, the career center, and just putting my resume out there. I'm like, I just want a steady salary. I want something to come in. Because in the end, as an entrepreneur, no, you do not get the riches. I just got my first payroll this year. It's hard. It's hard. You're working for your business, and you do get consumed. Where clients think I am known as a 24/7 consultant. You will find me at 12 a.m. responding to emails. You will find me in the morning responding to emails. So there is a lot of challenges, but I think the most rewarding part is if you really feel passionate and you really love what you're doing, in the end, it shows. I love what I do. I love what I'm able to help companies achieve. I've had a very small company, now is a medium-sized business. That shows a lot. And they thank me because the marketing materials show them larger than what they were. It's all about image, I say. Image marketing. It's all about image. So I do want to thank the opportunity to speak here in front. And obviously, I know there's going to be questions and answers, correct? Okay. So